November the 4th, and we're up at Keowee Keys.
Just loving it all.
Oh, just loving it all?
Having a ball.
What do you think about this condo?
No. Love it. Lovely.
Lovely. This is the entrance hall as you come in. This is the dining room. There's the kitchen. Fireplace. TV, and this is the bay window. This is the view of the lake out the window. And this is the beautiful tree right outside of our window. This is the patio. You can reach the patio from the living room or from the bedroom. We're fixing to go over to Mother and Richard's place and have breakfast. Are you ready for breakfast, Mr. Traynum?
Just about.
Just about ready.
I think about 8 o'clock.
You don't think you want any ham and grits and eggs and
Yeah.
cheese and
I
hot biscuits this morning, do you? Well, I guess we better mosey on over there.
Back, you see.
Oh, come on.
A little bit.
Well, y'all clean up that doggone kitchen, it's gonna be time to eat.
Well, mine.
Go.
Oh, you don't have none in here? I would do.
What you doing, Martin?
I taking a little picture.
Oh,
Martin,
my
taking
goodness.
Hey,
Oh, can you see through that thing all right, Martin?
I'm not much of a picture maker on this thing. I need,
Movie maker?
no, I'm not a movie maker.
You ain't. Well, what you got going? There's old mother running right through.
Yeah, I'm gonna get me a close-up old Jerry here.
Hey,
Yeah,
you supposed to say take one or take two.
yeah, I got him right
Take
there.
one, take two.
Boy.
Take yourself in the kitchen and clean it up so
Oh,
you can eat.
I got to go to the kitchen. I'm kitchen Judy.
Look at you.
Take one, take two, take it in the kitchen and clean it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna move you back out there now where you ought to be.
Martin, that thing go around looking everywhere for me.
I had you up here too close, I couldn't see you.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, I had you so close.
I ain't got no
Oh,
secret.
I'm full. Oh, cut your ham and grits and eggs and bacon
Oh,
and
yeah.
cheese and biscuits.
There you go.
I would
Get
go.
out, greasy.
I would go.
They coming back.
There used to be a nest of them down there on the Keowee River, down in Below Earl place.
Your daddy said one Sunday morning he was ready. flowers.
They're all the way down here. They were right over there, that shelf. Two boys up here. There's two boys. They were gonna climb them. One of those boys fell.
If that ain't a crowd, I'm gonna tell you, great day. This don't run film,
That'll be ruined our camera.
Yonder goes 5 butts. Uh-oh, here come another gray butt in the picture. Now he's smiling. I'm telling you. Uh-oh, got him under arrest.
Champion butt.
He's a bootlegger out in these woods. Yeah, I'm slipping up on him now. Uh-oh, he's motioning for me to come on. He's fixing to run. Yeah, he's gone.
That'll make you drink out of flat drink on.
Oh, my goodness. That was what they call hot stuff, that.
Yes, sir, that'll make you drink that old flat drink. See, I'm blowing smoke. Come on over here, Mark. Bring that beer over here.
No, you can't stand that hot stuff.
Barbara.
Yep. That's good stuff,
Well, let's see. We started with breakfast this morning.
That's just right.
Then we went to Whitewater Falls, and we came back and we had lunch. But before we went to Whitewater Falls, we had a snack. And now we're having chip and dip and cheese dip and shrimp and cheese dip and shrimp dip and
Not shrimp dip.
all of this stuff while we were watching the ball game.
No. You can't. You can't tell this ain't supposed to be hot. That is right there, boy.
This is a view from my brother Jerry's condominium that he's in. Out over the lake. That's a nice full path you can walk over in the lake.
I know that TV got to be ready. Yeah. But it won't reach the keys, honey.
This is known as the champion eaters of hot
Down
stuff.
to the 22-yard line.
Y'all want to warm a little bit?
What you getting so much for? I barely put it on there.
Yeah, warm your hands. Get them too close.
Warming your hands on the hot sauce.
Gabby.
I done told her she will not listen to me. She's hard.
It'll work. It'll work.
Yeah, but who's gonna get to it, Judy?
You, sitting outside it.
By myself?
Well, you can get a plate and put you some dip on a plate. Just bring everybody a plate, Norma. Yeah, then
No,
they can
just
have.
bring a little bowl and we'll put some here where we can get it.
Yeah, that you
Ain't
can
no
do
use
too.
to dirty some mud.
What do you think about this ball game?
5 gallons of water.
Ooh.
That's another drink too in here where we wash this stuff down. Oh, I bet it is.
And Judy's a real good cook. I think we'll just have to let her be the dip fixer.
Two brothers, when they get started, good jumping.
Jerry, quit that kind
kind of nasty, Jerry. Quit that! That looks kind of nasty.
Crazy boy.
Mom?
She ain't even here. She's gone. She'll die when she starts viewing
Is she
these
in here?
films.
See in here?
No.
We'll show it back to her a little bit. We can show it on that thing.
He's just like Jason. He would have to do something nasty.
Did you cut it off?
Yeah.
On official record, at this day, November the 4th, Judy and I walked 7.5 miles.
Well, I think you ought to get that on record.
Not
That's
tonight now.
7.5 miles we walked today.
mm-hmm.
Oh.
You walk.
So if you take a picture of me tomorrow, I'll probably have lost a little bit. Because I walked 7.5 miles.
Oh, I lost a little bit over there. I walked away.
You did?
Yeah. Lake come up
Me
about
and
a
Richard
foot.
walked 2
Oh,
miles.
I see. You made a small deposit in the lake. Couldn't make it back, huh?
Oh.
Well, I might as well tell y'all, I guess, about the time me and Charles and Bill Smith went down to go quail hunting. We got up one morning about 4 o'clock in the morning, hooked his Jeep up behind his Buick, and we headed off down to Orangeburg. I don't know if y'all ever been to Orangeburg or not. If you missed out, you haven't. We got way down the road there about Columbia somewhere or another.
There's a lot of porch monkeys down there.
Yeah. And we got way off down there and we was going down the road there, sitting up in that big Buick boy, and just a heater just to go, and it's cold as ice, you know, outside. And all of a sudden that thing chug, 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 chug. And we said, what is wrong, Bill? Looked down and he said, "Dadgone, I'm out of gas."
Oh!
So here we get over on the side of the road and we about freeze to death in that thing, sitting there just shivering and shaking. He said, "I tell you what, so we'll just get in this Jeep back here and we'll we hooked up to the back of that Buick and said, we'll just push that Buick on down to the next station." So here we go. Some of us up there guiding the Buick and one in the back riding, pushing us with the Jeep, and we get up there and take this exit and go up to the service station. It says open at 6 o'clock. Here it is about 5 then.
Oh, Lord.
And we sitting there shivering to death, and all of a sudden one of them reaches on the seat and pulls out a bottle of some kind of liquor and says, "You want a drink of this?"
Oh.
I'm sitting over there shaking about like this, and I said, "Shoot, I'd drink anything that'd warm me up." And they handed me a swallow, and I said, took a swallow of that stuff, and good ready day in the morning. It parched me from here, slapped down to my toes. I felt it run out the end of my toes, felt like this.
Oh.
Burnt my throat
Wasn't that
up.
awful drinking
And
liquor?
the rest of the day, I could have drank 5 gallons of water and just nearly died from my throat burning all day. But we finally got us some gas and headed on down, got down to Orangeburg there, and we got out. We was out there and we'd shot a few quail. Got on over about Pepsi time. We said, "Shoot, let's go get us a Pepsi." Packed of crackers. So we come wheeling in this little old country store, and I said, "Daggone, boy, that thing's packed full of niggers in there." I said, "Listen in there, boy, there's in there just yakking. That sounded like a whole cubby of them in there. So we got out and walked in the store there, and I went to get me a drink, and all I seen was white men in there except one nigger, you know. And one of them said, "Oh," said, "I think I'm going to go down and get me some more of that bean land." Said, "You know," said, "only thing," said, "I'm getting tired of jumping all them damn old ditches." Though, said, "You know, I'm going to get me a load of them tar keys and haul down there and just throw them in them ditches where I can step across." I almost busted out laughing right then, boy. I said, "God."
This is gonna jump all over the place.
I said, "I
You
cannot
keep
believe
laughing.
that joker said all that, just that quick and sounded just like a nigger talking, you know, there." And anyway, I got my drink, got my crackers. One of them said, Oh, I see the biggest old red fox over yonder the other day and said I couldn't get close enough to my shotgun to save my soul. And I thought, good gracious, and this other old fella back, he hadn't hardly got it out of his mouth. This other said, a big old rattler. So them big old rattles about all you see around here nowadays. Man, I had to get outside to keep busting out laughing. Well, I got out there and got the Jeep, and this head got set down. I was about, my throat was still parched from where I took that drink of liquor that morning. I just was burning like fire, and I said, boy, some Pepsi Cola. I took a big swallow of that, and old Bill Smith said, oh, them big old rattles about all you see around here nowadays. And I throwed Pepsi Cola everywhere. Just blowed it out everywhere. And I got started laughing. And old Bill Smith, his laugh like to kill me. I'd nearly get through laughing, and he'd say, and that'd be it, boy. I mean, just like you just cut him off, you know. And then he'd sit there a minute and he'd and he'd do it again, boy. And I laughed.
I can't hold this camera still. I'm laughing so.
I thought I'd
I
go
wonder why
down.
have people from Greenwood talk, Orangeburg talk more like that than anybody else.
They just talk about niggers down there, that's all.
I
Tom
reckon
Hayden.
they got that old accent or something.
Yeah, I know
down
the
there.
Hayden. You know Tom Hayden? Marion Hayden. Tom talks just exactly. They've been in Clemson for 25 years. And he still talks like that. And you think that it would wear off.
Yeah.
We had a time down there that day, though, boy.
But that wasn't, they were just talking about what?
No, they
No,
were
they're
white
white
people.
people.
White
They're
people.
white people saying the
Every
same
one
thing.
of them was white people. Except for one in there, he never did say nothing. The nigga never did get a chance to say nothing.
I think they just trying them off.
That's why when these people from up north are acting
Hey,
out,
brother.
Southerners, you know, and they put on this
Buddy.
whole, what they think is Southern talk, the only people that sound like those people down in Orangeburg, lower part of the state.
All day long, all I do is jump them damn old ditches. That's what he said. He said, I'm gonna get me a load of them talkies and haul down there and throw me some of them in them ditches while I'm stepping across. They did. They had ditches everywhere. Just drain ditches.
Yeah, we started, I had to go in the store because we thought it was full of niggers, and we said, that's a nigger store, let's go somewhere else. Let's go get a Pepsi.
My dad blamed throat burning up, boy, from drinking all that one little bitty swallow of liquor. Like, it set me
You're
afire.
not drinking all that liquor, it didn't bother
Yeah, he
you?
took a swallow of
Oh, I
that.
don't drink.
Him and Bill Owen took a swallow before I did.
I got to see this face while he tells that big lie. At that time, you didn't drink, you say.
Oh, no, I wouldn't drink. He didn't drink none. He just gloop, 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 gloop.
There goes Richard telling on us again.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, Richard always tells on us, it don't
I'm
matter.
telling the truth.
Yeah, sometimes the truth, you know, you don't have to tell it all, you just tell parts of
He
it.
just
Well,
took a little
So
sip,
I
you know.
lie, just don't tell all
He
of
didn't
it.
take
When Betty Lynn,
He didn't goop, goop. He just took a little sip.
There
Goop,
you go.
goop, goop.
when
Sip.
Betty Lynn Wright and John Seffick got married,
No, honey,
We-
we're not gonna tell that one.
they had a wedding over in
Uh-uh.
Clemson, and they
Cut it off, Bob.
they didn't serve
That's
champagne at
X-rated.
did they serve champagne at the church?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, he started drinking some champagne at the church. And then, but with no food. Well, then they left, Charles then left the church early. I stayed later at the church.
Norma, this is,
This is for your grandchildren, Norma.
Well,
we
anyway,
don't wanna tell it.
Charles went on home with Tom, and some of the men went on to, we were all gonna go over to Tom's house for supper. I mean, he was going, a bunch of people was going in to eat after the wedding. But when we got over there, oh, it was a house full of people. Charles had already started on that champagne again, with no food, nothing to eat. Well, the longer we sat there, the more champagne he drank. Well, all of the children were there. Karen, Sherry, and Chip was with us, and everybody else's kids was with him. Well, he got so sick, he would nearly die. threw up all over the living room floor. I wouldn't clean that up. I didn't either. Tom Wright had to get there and clean that up where he threw up all over.
Norma, that's not necessary to tell the world.
And Sharon and Karen and Chipper were just so worried about the blood.
You mean to tell me that he puked on their floor?
Oh, he got so sick.
I bet from then
And I
on,
didn't feel one bit sorry for him.
I bet from then on champagne was never your drink
Go
again.
to the bathroom.
I don't,
From that day to this, he has never dropped champagne.
I wouldn't, I can't stand.
He won't even
smell it.
look at champagne. But I told him I didn't feel sorry for him. He about to have more sense to drink.
You didn't feel sorry for him.
I
She don't
didn't. Anybody ain't got no more sense
now.
than
She still
drinking
don't feel
that.
sorry for me, she wouldn't tell that story.
From Georgia, spent the night up there in that,
Honey, this is for our grandchildren.
The
We may
last
have to,
time-
this maybe have to be it started out to be a pretty adult movie. Maybe we could tell that story and just keep it adult.
Keep it adult.
Forget the grandchildren.
We may have to take parts of this.
But one good thing about that though, Charles didn't drink no more champagne.
Well, thank you. That word. Gold lining around that black
I
cloud.
can just see you now. Burp.
All over the floor.
Oh, well, it was innocent. You didn't
We
think
may
you were
have
gonna get
to,
sick.
we may have to tape
But I
over
hadn't
that
moved
part.
in a new house at that time.
No.
No, they lived over there. Good.
Wish you wasn't talking about puking, making me want to puke.
Fix that all the
I think I'll throw up in here. You talking about puking all the time. I want to talk about puking.
Throw up,
On that
Jerry.
floor. Don't you
Throw
on
up.
that floor.
Throw up. Don't do not
Makes me sick every time I think about
Make
it.
you sick, that swallow right back down when you done get a guy next time.
No.
I want to hear about the record over at the shop first.
The what?
The record when you had the filling station. This is the famous tale about the guy who came to listen to the record that was in a foreign tongue, foreign French language or whatever.
You want me to tell it?
Anybody wants to tell it, all of you tell it, whatever. Who wants to tell
Well,
it?
we had this record
Let me tell it.
about
Post story.
Jerry. Tell it.
No, you go ahead.
No, you go ahead and tell it. I'll tell it.
Let
No,
Charles
you
tell it. Richard, you want to tell it?
No, you tell it.
You tell it, Charles.
You
It's
can
your
be pretty
station.
good. It's your station, you
You
tell
don't
it.
want to cheat us all out
It's
of
your dad
everything.
blame record.
Just cause I sold 450 gallons of gas, don't mean.
Besides that, it's your dad blame record and your station.
Right.
And you
Tell it,
want it
brother,
out.
tell it.
And
It's
you
your
want it
Tell
out.
it, brother, tell it.
It's your customer.
And if it's your dad gonna record it,
Even
then
though he
nobody
didn't
knows
buy
what's
nothing.
going on about it anyway.
Go ahead and tell it, Charles.
I
Won't
don't
you
think
say
I
it?
ever heard this tale.
I'll tell it.
All right, go ahead.
You want
Let
me
him
to
tell
tell
it.
it?
Yeah, tell it. Tell it, brother.
If
This,
you don't want me to tell it, tell it.
we had this record, I'm sure you heard it years ago, it's about this guy that never had been golfing before, and he's telling about it, and it soared, and he's talking about one guy hitting it, and said it soared and soared, you know. Anyhow, it was on the back of the tape, a record, they didn't have anything on it. What it was the reverse side of the front part of it, they just reversed it, and you couldn't understand what it said. And we turned people to come in the station there, we turned that record on the reverse side, and it's a, you know, it's a way, and we got listening to it, you know, and we'd start laughing, you know, every once in a while. And so this guy came in that day, and he was standing at the door.
We just huddled around.
And we was all went over there and said, let's listen to that record again. We turned the record on, and and everybody, just laughing, you know. And old guy, he cocked his head sideways, and he listened again, and it kept going, you know. And we'd laugh again. Oh, we'd just all just laugh, you know, and clap
our hand.
and everything. And he got,
Richard ain't gonna let Charles.
he kept getting just a little closer to us over there, you know. And that record kept going. And we'd all just every so often, we'd just one of us start laughing. Everybody laughed, you know. And he finally got right over there, right next to it, and he's listening to that thing. I am a trying to and the old guy, he listened, you know, and the next time we'd say, we'd bust out laughing. He said, oh! He just laughed with us. He said, that's a good one, wasn't it? He couldn't understand a word that said on that thing the whole way. One way to it.
Well, didn't y'all do number jokes one time?
Huh?
Didn't y'all pull that
yeah,
number
we had-
jokes
yeah,
thing
we
on
had
somebody
that.
one time?
Yeah, some guy come in there and said, we had number 27 and everybody just laughed. Number 14, they just laughed. This guy been trading with us a good bit. He come in at number 32 and nobody opened his mouth. What's this? That's number 32. Why y'all do so well? You don't want to tell it.
You never could tell a joke, boy.
He said what?
So you never could tell a joke, boy. What we told him, said you never could tell.
What about that time that boy at work with Charles, Stanley Howell, got a fish hook hung in his sleeve of his pants? He went in the bathroom and he couldn't get the fish hook out and he had to call Charles, and then Charles said, we'll have to take you over to the doctor's office. No, I can't go there. I got dirty underwear. Charles had to get that fish hook out of his rear end. Didn't you get it out?
It's treble hook. You know,
Yeah,
card of shysters, and he sit down on him, and he got up and didn't say nothing. He just got up and took off in there to the restroom, out the side. And in a little while he hollered, oh, come here a minute. I walked around the house and said, what's the matter, Stan? He said, come here a minute. He had a whole card of shysters hung on his table. Yeah, he said, how about we get this thing off? I said, what? I got a hook on the end, man. Turned around, he had a whole card of shysters on his butt, and he couldn't get them off. He'd done trying to pull his britches down, he couldn't get that off. So I had to tear the card off and took all the hooks off of it except that one. It was stuck in him. And I said, Stan, I said, we're going to take you over to the doctor and let him cut that. He said, no, I ain't going nowhere. So I got on dirty underwear. I ain't going nowhere. I said, Stan, I said, you got to get it out. He said, you get it out. I said, no, I ain't going to. Yeah, you can get it. So
me.
I took a pair of wire cutters and threaded one of the hooks through his, before it come back out, through his tail, and took a pair of wire cutters and cut that thing off, and then had to bend it back around the other way and pull it out.
Mm.
And him bent over there, that's all it looked.
Oh, see what I said.
Your great-great-great-grandchildren are going to look at you.
Introducing
That's it.
Mary Lou Carty Owen doing 5'2" Eyes of Blue.
5'2", eyes of blue, coochie, coo. Has anybody seen my gal?
Now we know who Judy Glass is.
Go ahead.
What's the rest of that?
Go ahead.
Has anybody seen my gal?
Cheese.
You sang the rest of it a while ago.
Well, I forgot it.
Well, I want you to stand right there and do Mary Had a Little Lamb for us.
Go have Mary.
We need to hold the camera and take one of Mama of all your children.
Mary Had a Little Lamb, Mother.
Mary had a little lamb in front, and its fleece was white as snow behind. And everywhere Mary went, the little lamb was sure to go behind.
Hey.
Oh, pretty cute,
I got
pretty cute.
sticky doors right in my heart, and you can see know I had someone else before I had you. And I'll have someone after you've gone.
Now, what else? Do a little yodeling now.
Heard that before.
I need your lady.
That's something like that.
That's all.
Okay,
Do
do
that.
No, that's all I know.
the, do Tammy Baker, Mother.
I don't know Tammy Baker's song.
If you got the money, honey, I got the time. We'll go honky tonkin' and we'll have a time.
We'll leave old Jimmy in prison and go out and paint the town.
'Cause if you got the money, honey, I got the time. Okay, Martin, it's your time to sing.
I got Jimmy's money.
The only thing Martin can sing is Oh Susanna. Come on. Come on. Come on, honey. I'm not going to take the camera off of you till you sing Oh Susanna.
Sing it.
Come on.
No.
Martin ain't singing, he don't have to sing. Martin don't want to sing.
I want to sing. Well, you going to have to sing for him,
He
Jerry.
don't have to sing.
If you're going to take up for him, you got to do his part. What you going
I
to
don't know
sing?
what I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna tell you about Charles first at the station.
Okay, well, let me,
One night, that's the SO station. They call them Exxon now since it got fancy, but it was just the SO station. We was sitting over there one summer day in them folding chairs. He didn't have no business. We just barely made a living. He just barely, ain't no way you could have made no money. Pay me 25 cents an hour. He couldn't be making much. But we was all sitting out there one night, and a big old black bug flew in his ear. And he said, "Oh, good Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, good Lord. Oh, God. Oh, Lord, Jerry. Oh, do something. Oh, God, leave fun. Oh, ooh, ow, God. Oh. I said, what is it? Doggone bug in my ear. I said, you kidding? No, the big one, come look. I went over and he cocked his head over and pulled that ear out, and it sure enough, there's a big old black bug stuck down in there trying to go all the way to the other side. He said, oh Lord, you do something. I took him out there in the wash bay, and I laid him down in the wash bay and turned the hose pipe on and stuck it in there. And that little bug come backing out there like to drown in that bug. It finally got out and shook his wings off and flew off. He's had relief. I ain't charging for that yet.
oh, you have, well, I think
Yeah,
it's
you
time
did.
you charge.
Tell about the night that y'all
Tell about-
scared to about the
Bottom
shooting.
calling.
Yeah, we was over there one night.
Shooting over there.
And
Scared your
I
daddy
told
to
old-
death.
Larry Carty and me and him was running the place. We could run. We'd done a good job.
Yeah, how old were you then? About 12?
Yeah, somewhere around 12 or
So
so.
he was over in there.
And
You was drunk.
Jimmy Dubose, he was over there throwing some firecrackers in a drum. Kaboom! I said, I'll tell you what, Larry, I said, I'm gonna run across the front of the station and you tell me to hold it. Summertime, everybody driving along there on the 4-lane highway and the windows down. Old Larry got a M16 rifle out. And I went walking across the front of the station. People pulled up at that red light both ways. He said, hold it there, boy. I said, I'll not do it. You better hold it. And about that time, he throws one of them firecrackers in that drum. Whoom! Larry raised that gun up at the same time, and I just fell out in the median. And just kicked and just shook all over.
Supposed to be running the station.
All of a sudden, them tires started squealing on them cars, and the light was still red, and I got up and started running again. He throwed another one in there. Boom! I fell and cut a flip out there in the pavement, and just jumped around out there, and this car's burning rubber. And we all laughed, and we was just having us a ball, laughing about what they'd done. Wasn't long, I heard this car coming in, just wide open, just, you know, on two
killed down here. I said, good Lord. Nobody been killed down here. What's wrong? What y'all been doing? Oh, nothing. Don't lie to me. I said, we're just throwing some firecrackers in there, playing around a little bit. Well, let's play on toward the house. And I live 7 miles from that place, or 10, and I didn't have no car. So when he said, play on toward the house, I started walking. I got there about 2 hours later. And got in, and Daddy said,
Yes, sir, I made you walk.
what's going on at that station? I said, nothing. Daddy said,
Don't
son,
lie to me.
don't lie to me. What happened? And I told him, and he said, good enough for you. You ought to fired you. Of course, the next day I was real disappointed, and by then they'd sat down and figured up how much I was making. Of course, now Mother and Daddy didn't know how much I was stealing. If I took what I was stealing and what he was paying me,
You
I
had a
almost
decent
had
salary.
minimum wage.
You'd almost have had.
Yeah. Almost. All I done was fill my car up with gas, and how much oil can you put in a car? And how much grease can you put in a car? You can't steal a whole lot. He wasn't making no money. You couldn't steal money.
Besides that, what was the bad part about it? You got the idea of shooting them each other like that from him.
From him. And
I
then
mean, they used to get up there on Sunday, and they'd get out there and they'd stick a 2-inch firecracker down an old shotgun barrel and run one out the road when they'd see a car coming, and then they'd holler, I'm gonna kill you, you crazy thing. Please don't shoot me, please don't shoot me.
And,
Boom, yeah.
and to think, that was our only form of livelihood.
And he'd just fall overboard.
No wonder y'all
Was
never
that
did make it
service
big
station?
in service station.
Do that.
Of
Oh,
all
he
the
Well, I
said
don't
he
know
didn't
how to
know
do
it was me,
Let me-
and said he'd just peep over there, said I'd pull my dress up, and said he'd peep in there, and said when he found out it was me, said he said,
Let me tell you one more thing about me and Charles on a fishing trip. We went off up there behind Yonah Dam one time, gonna catch some of them hybrids and them white bass when they're scooping. And I had to do major surgery up there, and by the way, he ain't never paid me for that either. And I mean, they get a good price now for doing that kind of surgery. But anyway,
So now.
we was up there and we had been fishing around us, out there in this little old bitty boat, just barely big enough for me and him to get in. We just eased along there and we drifted in toward the bank. He drawed back one of them old shasters to throw it out there. And boy, about that time he said, oh! And I said, what's wrong? He said, that dadgone thing hung that weed back there and stuck right in my head. He said, God, you gotta get it out of there. I said, let me see it. I got up in the boat and I stand there looking, and that thing's buried down as deep as it'd go in there. I said, Charles, I'm gonna have to take you to the doctor. They'll have to cut that out. I can't wait that long. Get it out of there. I said, I can't get that out of there. He said, cut it or jerk it out.
Pull it out.
Get them pliers down there and pull it out. I stand up in the boat and I said, you sure? Yeah, get it out of there now. It's hurting like crazy. Got to get it out of there now. I got a hold of them pliers and I caught that thing and I jerked up like that, and his scalp stretched about that far, looked like. And he said, ah! Tears run out of their eyes, looked like a big old horse. Boy, I don't say what it looked like. But anyway, he just said, golly, you gotta get it out of there. You gotta get it out of there now. I said, that thing's on a nerve or something. It's about to drive me crazy. And I done stretched his scalp that far near trying to pull it out. It was like turned the boat
Ain't
nearly,
got no hair now.
boat almost turned over with us. I said, well, Charles, if you want me to get out, we're going to have to get out here on the bank. So here we go, paddling over, get out on the bank, and him still holding that thing. Ooh, that thing's killing me, boy.
Yeah.
And so we got out on the bank, and he said, jerk it out of there this time, boy. I got over them old pliers again. I jerked. He looked like he pulled his head about that far, boy. He said, golly, I can't stand that. I said, you're going to have to do something else. He said, cut it out. I said, I ain't got no knife.
Yeah.
I said, I ain't got no knife. He ain't said him. Jerked his knife out like that. Had a little bit, about half that size, you know, and doped that thing up. And I said, that thing ain't sharp enough to cut that. He said, cut it out of there. I pulled up on that old thing, here I go sawing, boy. I sawed along that old thing.
Sound like you had a chainsaw, boy. What,
Right through the hair and right through the scalp, and all of a sudden, bloop, out that thing come. He said, "Oh man, I feel so much better," he said, and blood just poured down through his hair and all. We have,
Did you have any fun?
Oh, there's something there. I'd like to cut it out. I'd love to cut it. I always wanted to be a surgeon.
they have a scar.
No, I lost all my hair, so, see there?
But I tell you, buddy, that was a
Lost all my hair.
Bald, Charles, I think bald-headed men looks nice.
Thank you.
Well, tell me about the time y'all rode the log down the river when Martin and you and Charlie went to the, who was that went to the horse pasture, honey?
That's me and Charles and Charlie.
Yeah.
Well, you want to tell
We-
it? You
No,
tell it.
I get
Tell it what?
I can't.
Go ahead and tell it.
I can't. I get too